Good evening to everyone, and welcome to Polk State Lakeland Gateway to College Collegiate High School's Recruit Informational Night. So I am Dr. Downing Townsend, Misha Downing Townsend. I am currently the interim principal for the school. Along with me, I have Mrs. Chandler right here, who is our student resource specialist. I have Mrs. Jones, who is our school counselor. I have Mrs. Bonnie, who is one of our instructors. She teaches high school, U.S. history, high school reading, and college AMH 1010 and 1020. I also have Mrs. McIntosh. Where did she go? She'll be back. She also is one of our instructors. She teaches humanities, 2 different humanities, and she also teaches high school economics and government. Along with us tonight, we have a former student who, there's Ms. McIntosh, and come on in, Mrs. Misa. But this is Lawrence Shipman. He's one of our former students who is going to share a little bit of his story. So coming down, this is Mrs. Misa, who is one of our high school and college instructors, and then Mrs. Terry, who is one of our college instructors. So those are our introductions. We thank them for joining us. Also, you can't see them, but we do have 2 of our instructors online on Zoom, so they see everything. And that is Mr. Patrick Jean, who teaches strictly high school mathematics, and Mrs. Amanda Ryan, who strictly teaches high school science. So we're going to continue with our presentation, and we will have a section for Q&A. So I have to get back in the camera view to talk to those at home. So if you're listening at home and you have questions on Facebook or YouTube, you can go ahead and put that information in the chat, and we do have someone who is monitoring that. Thank you. So the purpose tonight, we're going to give you some general information about Polk State College and its collegiate high schools, because we do have 3. We'll explain that shortly. Specific information about our collegiate high school, application steps, answers to your questions, and our contact information. So, our mission and vision. The GHS mission is to provide an academic charter alternative for high school juniors and seniors who are not older than 21 and want to graduate from high school and transition into a college or career, or if they want to get an AA degree or an AS degree. All GHS enrollees will graduate from high school prepared to transition into college and career, and also military, and then become self-actualized citizens and successful leaders in their communities. So, as I noted before, there are 3 Polk State College collegiate high schools. There's one on the Winter Haven campus, which is Chain of Lakes Collegiate, which is this one in the middle. And you have Lakeland Collegiate, which is also housed on this campus. Their school and our school are literally steps apart. I think the elevator separates the 2 schools. So as you can see, with Chain of Lakes and Lakeland Collegiate, there's a cut score, there is a GPA requirement, it's lottery for all of us, dual enrollment in high school for all of us. They have larger numbers than us, 315 here projected, 325 here, the different campuses, no transportation for either of us, and they serve 11th and 12th. Ours is a little bit different. We service those, initially we were serving those at least 10 high school credits. Last week we had a meeting. Now we have to serve those with 11 high school credits. Most of you in this room already have that. How do I know? I've been looking at applications that you've submitted, so that's a little bit different. We offer more high school classes here at Gateway for those who may not be ready. We also offer a lot more high school because some of our students jump out there into all college, and it's a little bit difficult. So we're able to pull them back, give them a hybrid schedule between high school and college, and then we let them soar again. Okay, so that's a little bit different from the other two. Our application is open year-round, so it never closes. However, this initial application, we will be sending information on March 31st, Mrs. Chandler? Yes. Acceptance is March 31st. First come, first serve. We have a limited number of seats available for our school. And now I'll pass it over to Mrs. Jones.
Careful. Thank you. Mrs. Jones, okay, where's the camera? Can you step on the other side? Okay. All right, so Gateway to College High School, our high school, we offer the non-traditional student focus. These are our available programs. We have an opportunity for students to complete their high school diploma, as well as earn an AA degree, an AS degree, or certifications in certain areas. We offer a high level of student services and support in order to get them through. Wraparound services, as I'll talk a little bit more about on the next slide. Okay, so some of our wraparound services that we offer in order to help our students become successful. We offer tutoring resources here on campus. It's called the TLCC. They can go over and request a tutor for any subject for which they may be struggling. We have hearth resources that's offered through our district, Polk County School Board, and that is a service that will help students who are homeless or who struggle in other areas at home. We have mental health services. Also, we have a program through the district as well as through Polk State. So we have mental health counselors available most of the time or all of the time through a couple of different areas for our students who may be struggling and need some mental health resources. We offer IEP consult support, meaning we don't have a lot of services for them, but we offer students, we can service those who only need consultation type services. And the same thing with the 504 students. We offer the services on a consultation basis. And we also have resources for gifted and ESOL students. Okay.
Okay, I don't need a microphone. I have a built-in one. So I'm going to leave that down because it might burst your eardrums if I get excited because I get hyped up. But what do we mean by dual enrollment? The term dual enrollment refers to students being enrolled concurrently in two district academic programs or educational institutions. I do want to clear up a misconception that some people may have. If you select our school is your high school. Some people think that, okay, I get accepted for dual enrollment as if you were in your traditional school and you're still there. That's not the case. We are a standalone school, just as our sister schools are. So if you get accepted, you are here, you are on this campus, you are mingling with the traditional college students, okay? Dual enrollment further defined. All grades from dual enrollment are posted to the high school scholastic record. All courses and dual enrollment are posted to the Polk State College transcript because those are permanent records. So whatever grades you earn in a college course, that goes to the high school permanent record, that goes to the college permanent record. It is there, okay? A student can participate in dual enrollment with Polk State College from any high school that you attend currently. However, we can offer more because we have students who earn AA degrees, AS degrees, and more. I'm sure Mrs. Chandler is going to mention one of our success stories from last year because she really knocked it out of the park. The advantage of dual enrollment. I don't know about you, I like free. This spells free, okay? Average cost per semester is almost $3,000. Average cost for textbooks is almost $600.
People are saying they want to see you.
Oh, sorry. Average cost for textbooks is $600. That's your total for the year. Almost $6,000 for 1 year. So if you double that, that's $12,000. 2 years, 2 years with us, dual enrollment, free. Everybody say free.
Free.
I love free. I love free. So if you think about that, the average cost for freshman and sophomore years is more like $14,352. I don't have that. So free, I love it. I love that, okay? We do, as we state, some of our students get amnesia and they forget. You don't go to the bookstore, your parents don't buy books off of Amazon, Barnes and Noble. We provide all of that for free. Okay, Mrs. Chandler.
Hopefully. Okay. I don't have a built-in microphone, and I think I sound like Frank Russia. But I am Mrs. Chandler, and hopefully I'm not blocking it, but I was taking care of the comments, and everybody said, put her on camera, because they couldn't see you, so I don't want to block this. But we offer several degrees, and we all follow each other just in case anyone missed anything. So I want to just give you a little bit about our wraparound services. Our wraparound services are amazing, because that is why we have former students that still come, we still follow them, we stalk them, so to speak, but we do that from when they're here, because we really want to get to know them. Everything is about the relationships that we form with the students, and that's why we can do it, because it's a smaller school. We don't have a lot of students, it's a small number of students. But, just to share with you, most of our students earn an AA degree, but we started branching out to different things, because not all of our students take a full college load, so we still have to give them opportunities. Well, last year, we had a student that took advantage, she graduated last year, but she was here 2 years, but she took advantage of every single opportunity that we had. She left here with about 4 certificates in business, she left here with an AS degree in supply chain management, and she left here with an AA degree in liberal arts. She did it all, okay? She was not playing. Okay, so let's talk about the degrees. The AA degree is for any student that wants to transfer to a university. So if you want to earn a bachelor's degree, more than likely you want an AA degree. But we want that AA degree to be worth something for you. We don't want you to have a basic AA degree just fulfilling your last high school graduation requirements, and that's important. Your AA degree has to actually have all your prerequisites for your major. So we'll talk about the different pathways that your students can get here. Now the AS degree is different. It's to give you the skills to go straight to work. And this young lady needed that because she needed to work while she finished her bachelor's degree, okay? So she decided to do supply chain management, which is really popular right now. So Polk State College offers things that the community needs. So you'll see, even when I get to the bachelor's degrees, it's bachelor's degrees that we need in this community. So we have several AS degrees the students can get. I know everybody wants the one in nursing, but you can't get that one. you have age restriction. So there are several AS degrees that are limited access programs. Those you cannot get. However, you can complete all of the prerequisites to then be in line for that as you complete your AA, okay? Then we have certificates. So last year was the first year that we started really diving into this with the certificates. So we had 2 young men who graduated with their EMS certificate. And then we had the young lady, the stellar young lady, who graduated with about 4 in business supply management. Then everyone has to have the high school diploma, because if you don't have your high school diploma, the other certificates and degrees just don't work for you. So that's part of the things that we do here. So let's go to the next slide. So these are the pathways. So it's very important, and I don't know about you students, but whenever you're talking to someone about your education, if they don't ask you, what do you want to do? Then you're not really earning an education that's valuable for you, okay? And that is the first thing I always ask. What is it you want to do when you leave? What do you want to do? What do you want to be? Because if we don't know, then which path are you on? How do we know what math you need, what science you need, if you haven't decided? And the first semester that you're here, if you have passed the PERT to take college classes, that's the semester you have to dive into those classes. You don't want to wait till you're a senior and you take your first chemistry class and realize chemistry is not your major. We need to have you exposed to your major first semester that you're in. So that is part of the things that we do. We make sure that you're ready so that when you leave, you really know what you want. Now, I don't go to my next slide yet, but that's fine. I want to bring Lawrence up here with me. So Lawrence is a former student. Lawrence was with us, how many years ago? 2019. Okay, that's when you graduated? All right. So he graduated in 2019. I stalked him once when I went to visit him at UNF, which is where he went when he graduated. Lawrence, how can I say this? He was with us one year. He decided to leave, right? Why did you leave?
Because I thought it was easier somewhere else.
Because it's not that easy. Okay, he decided to leave, and then after he left, he realized he made a mistake.
Yes.
Okay. And then he came back. And he came back and he said, please let us back, but we had a waiting list. And I'm like, I don't know. But we talked, and Lawrence came back, and he finished. And did you get your AA? What are you working on now?
My master's degree, I graduated May, and then I start my doctoral program in May as well.
How long did it take you to get your bachelor's?
A year and a half.
Thank you. Give him a hand. So much. And he did that because he was persistent. And he did that because we always talked. And it was like I had to kind of adopt him at one point. So, but we love Lawrence. All of our kids, we treat them, all of our students, we treat them as if they're our children. Because we get to know them at a different level. And we talk to them about what they want, or what they're struggling with, or what is preventing them from accomplishing their goals.
And if they do something wrong, I'm the snitch.
Yes. She snitches, I don't. I say, well, everything's fine. I just need to talk to your child. So if you hear me get really franny on you, then you know something's wrong. Because I don't want to say it. But let's talk about some of the pathways. So they have the arts, the humanities, the business pathway, the educational pathway, the health sciences, the industry and manufacturing, public safety, science, technology and engineering and mathematics, and social behavioral sciences and human services. So Polk State is really expanding, and we take advantage of everything Polk State College does, because we are Polk State College. All of us, we are Polk. And because we're Polk, I have to highlight the bachelor's degrees because we are expanding. Right now, and I don't know if I should say this.
Say it.
Okay. Right now, we have one student that by the time she graduates with us, she will be our first to graduate with a bachelor's in supervision and management. And she's in high school. So, that's the kind of dedication we have to our students. That's the kind of integrity, that's the sweat, blood, and tears that we put in them. Because she don't have 14,000 because we work in education and we don't get paid. So we do this because we have a passion for it. Is that it for me? Is that my last slide? Oh, no.
Nope.
Okay, activities. So, college life has a lot of responsibilities. And if you get lost in the activities, you're gonna miss out on the real reason why you're here. However, we want you to have fun, okay? That's why we're 4x4. You take 4 classes pretty much at a time, no more than 5. So you're here in the fall, you're 4 classes. If you wanna be a little accelerated, you take 5. And then you do 4 classes in the spring. If you wanna be a little accelerated, you take 5. But, in between that, we have activities, the college has activities, so we have the Student Government Association, we have an Interact Club, Journalism and Yearbook, National Honor Society, college clubs and organizations. So any college club that we have, you can be a part of. It doesn't matter, because you're a Polk State College student. The Student Government Association, we have 2, because Polk State College has one, and we have one in the high school. So we have high school clubs, but they're college clubs. And was it last year too, or the year before that?
The last 2 years.
The last 2 years, the SGA president for Polk State College was a Gateway student. And every time we have an opportunity for a student to be in a leadership role, we put them in it. Right now for NHS, I'm so proud. She's not here right now, but she runs the NHS meetings on Zoom like a professional. So, and that takes, you have to put them out there so that they can get used to it. And she's used to it now. She does her own agendas, she puts them on there, she mutes people. I'm like, but she's doing it. I think that's it for me. Is this you or is this me? The curriculum, I think that's you. In case I missed anything. You don't need this, right? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, one thing that I want to tell you all too is we do have prom. We have prom this year, April 16th. And we do go to Grad Bash because we're going on April 1st, so we're ready. Anyway, pathways for high school. Let me go this way so I can see. 11th grade, complete high school graduation credits with a combination of high school and college. Majority of the courses assigned with GHS faculty in both high school and college. Course format as appropriate. One of the great things that I love about Gateway is that we have our own professors until we get to a certain point, but we have faculty and staff that are so knowledgeable about other faculty and staff that's on Polk State campuses. We put students with professors that we know that they're going to be successful with. We do give students at certain points the opportunity to select their own college professors and courses. But if we see that it may be someone or a class that they may not be successful in, we will make strong suggestions, okay? Because we want to make sure that our students are successful. Summer courses are optional. However, if you want that AA degree, please make sure that you attend summer school. And then for the senior year, most of our seniors are now taking all college courses towards the AA degree. They finish their high school graduation requirements, okay? So we do have a particular pathway for that. Who's encouraged to apply? Everybody. We want everyone to apply. But as you can see right here, our primary target population, students who have at least 11 high school credits, which I know you all do, and if you don't, you will by the end of this school year. And that's the goal. If you don't have those credits right now, by the time you finish this school year, you'll have them. So can you apply? Absolutely. make sure that if you want to apply, you attach your transcript so we can see all of that and say, okay, they're on target, let's take them, okay? We have limited spots, limited, and I mean limited, so make sure first come, first served basis. Lottery, so make sure you apply so you can get in there. The goal of the program is to spend 2 years with us, complete high school requirements. If you spend one, you spend one. We will take you, we'll love on you like we've loved on all of our children. I don't have any children biologically, but I have thousands of them. I've been at this for 26 years, so I have a lot of them. It's my passion, okay? The goal of the program is 2 years with us, possible AS degree. Students who apply should be mature students who are ready for a college environment because, like we say, they're on a college campus with traditional college students, possibly in some classes with some traditional college students. Now, if they're with our professors, strictly Gateway students, okay? Students should plan to be engaged in the high school culture at Gateway for academic and social development. We want our students to be engaged with one another, get to know one another, make new friends, okay? Because those can be some lasting relationships. The application process, 2 steps. 2 steps. First one, complete the Gateway application, which is on our website. Second step, if you have not already done so, complete the Polk State College application. If your Polk State College application is more than 1 year old, please reapply, okay? Make sure you reapply. So it's 2 steps. Do you need to take the PERT before? No. No, you do not. So, frequently asked questions. Are charter schools public schools? Yes, we are. We're a public charter school. We are governed by Polk State, but Polk County School Board is our sponsor. Do students take FSA, EOCs? Yes, they do. They still take all of those, but we also offer ACT, and this year we are offering SAT, and we offered it twice. Last semester we'll offer it right here. Okay, thank you. Twice again this semester, free. All of it's free. We pick up that tab, okay? So it gives them scores for college, scores for FSA, whatever they need it for, scores for PERT, okay? Are Gateway students eligible for Bright Futures? Absolutely. We have many students who qualify for Bright Futures through their GPA, community service hours, which is not a graduation requirement, but it is required for Bright Futures, and their test scores. Do college credits transfer to other colleges and universities? Yes. But, Mrs. Chandler, if I go to school out of state, will my AA degree transfer?
Not always.
Not always. Will they make me retake classes?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Just wanted to put that little nugget out there, okay? Mrs. Chandler, does Bright Futures travel out of the state of Florida?
No.
It does not. Bright Futures is only for the state of Florida, okay? So, is advanced placement better than dual enrollment? No. Who said no? Mrs. McIntosh said no. My opinion, no. Let me explain the difference. I take an AP course. I get to the end. I fail the test. I don't score what I need. Do I get that college credit? No. If I take a dual enrollment class, I'm rocking it. Do real good. Might, do bad on a couple of tests, but I passed the class. Do I get the college credit? I do.
May I
do.
add something?
Absolutely.
I just want to add that if you like taking AP courses, more than likely you're going to an Ivy League school. Just know that if you pass that AP exam, the grade that you got in that class does not follow you to your college GPA. When you pass a dual enrollment class, if you got an A, you have a 4.0 in that college transcript. If you have your AP scores, you pass, great, but you just get credit and it's a P. It does not give you a higher GPA in college. So our students are building a college GPA while having a high school GPA, and you're limited to only 45 credits for AP credits, where you could have as many dual enrollment credits as possible.
Thank you, Mrs. Chandler. Is there free or reduced lunch available to students? Yes. If you qualify. So, we use the same federal guidelines as Polk County Public Schools, but the difference, they feed everybody, okay? We're not yet a part of that everybody program. We're working on it. However, our kids right now, how many students do we have in here that eat lunch with us? Okay, Miss Amira, she can verify. Let me tell you what our kids eat. Today, we had Asian cuisine. It was good, too. They eat Chick-fil-A. They have KFC. They eat subs from Subway. They eat subs from Publix. They eat the Asian cuisine, like I said. They have Panera Bread. They eat really good. They eat really, really good. Those who qualify, free or reduced lunch is free. They just have to sign up for it. Also, those who qualify get waivers for testing, ACT and SAT. So, if you don't think you qualify, you just might. You just might qualify. They get 2 free waivers, Mrs. Chandler?
For each exam.
For each exam, 2 free ACT, 2 free SAT. That doesn't include what we pay for. So we will have given SAT 4 times this year. And if you qualify, you have 2 free waivers. That's 6 times free taking that exam, okay? So that's what we offer. We're a little bit different, but we like to take care of our students.
And free college applications.
And free college applications, because those fees rack up. Yes, they do. So, what about band, ROTC, athletics? You can do all of that as long as it's not tied to a class. If it's tied to a class, you have to stay at the school that you're currently in. We don't offer band, we don't offer ROTC. When I get down here, we have athletics on the college side. But you try out, you make it. We have girls soccer, girls volleyball, men's basketball, baseball. So if you qualify, it starts your NCAA eligibility. So you have to be careful, even as a high school student, okay? Because it's on a college campus. Yes, you can play for your zone school. What's a typical day like? It varies. It varies, okay? There are services available that Mrs. Jones talked about. We have our library and TLCC, which is right over here. We have the GHS lab. We have 2 computer labs that are right up near our office. And may students leave during the campus day? So, if you have a college schedule, of course, you're gonna leave after your last class. If it's a high school student and you have a straight high school day, you might have to leave for extenuating circumstances, but it's an open campus. We don't want them to leave, but am I going to chase them? Absolutely not. There's too many of them. Okay? Do we watch them? Yes. We have 24-hour security. We have 2 SRDs on campus during the daytime. So it is a secure campus. It is definitely a secure campus. We have security guards everywhere during the day. Enrollment. Once you're accepted, we will initiate and complete your withdrawal from the previous school if you're a part of Polk County Public Schools. Once you're accepted, we'll send the emails by March 31st. After you're accepted, then we'll do a parent and student orientation, and we'll start the PERT testing schedule. It moves rather quickly once you are accepted. So make sure that you're paying attention to your email. This is our contact information. This email goes to several people, so if one person misses it, somebody is sure to watch it. Okay? That's our website, or if you go to polk.edu and in the search bar put Gateway, it'll come up. These are our office hours. And what questions do you have? Anyone have any questions? Yes. Okay, I see 2 hands up. Let me put my glasses on. Sorry. Okay, right here. Yes, ma'am.
Is it like college applications where even if you don't get accepted, you'll still email us?
Yes, ma'am.
And if I end up not being accepted, is this the only option for me to do dual enrollment? Is through Gateway, or is dual enrollment just the thing that I could still apply for?
You can still apply for dual enrollment at your zone school, should you not get into Gateway. Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Do y'all offer transportation, or do we have to provide our own transportation?
You have to provide your own transportation. The only transportation we have currently is the Citrus Connection, which is free, as long as you have that student ID, which is free.
So they can ride the city bus?
Anytime. Anytime it's running. Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
For a rising senior, since they're a rising junior, since there's not as many spots, can you apply for Lakeland, Collegiate, and Gateway
Yes, ma'am.
simultaneously, since we know it's lottery and?
Yes, ma'am.
Because they're two separate.
Two separate high school applications, the same college application. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am.
if they have already taken AP classes, do those transfer as a credit towards the AA?
No, ma'am.
They would have to.
They don't accept any AP credit?
Sorry, they would have to contact College Board and send their transcripts to Polk State College so that it can be included in their AA.
So is it sometimes considered for that?
No, as long as they have a passing
Okay,
score,
I got you.
yes.
And it'll be the P.
But when they come into the high schools, those courses wouldn't come, they have to send it.
Yes, ma'am.
What are the typical student hours?
Well, right now, it varies. It depends on the student's college schedule, but a typical high school is 8:30 until 3:05. But my instructors don't know, but that's changing next year. Surprise.
To 10?
No.
Back to 10 in the morning?
No. Yes, sir.
Earlier you said students can participate in school sports. Now
Yes.
is that the schools they zone for? Or
Yes.
can they participate in the schools they're already attending?
Mm,
Like my child's in the academic program already in the school that she ain't zoned for, but since she's already part of that school sports in school, can she still attend that one?
That would have to go through the district. There is a form, and you have to submit that to, what's his name, Dan Talbert, who is the county AD,
yeah.
and they make those decisions there, if it's not the zone school, okay? Yes, ma'am?
Are they able to go to either campus, Winter Haven or Lakeland, or is it only at Lakeland?
We have some students on both campuses. If it's high school, it has to be on this campus. If it's college, we do make some exceptions. Absolutely.
The last question.
Yes, ma'am, no problem.
So my daughter is a couple credits away from doing the virtual. Does those credits have to be completed, the 10 credits have to be completed before she's accepted, or as long as they're
Before she starts. So if you don't have the credits right now and you get accepted, as long as, our first day of school is August 1st. As long as, surprise,
We knew that one. That one we knew.
as long as you have those credits prior to the first day of high school courses. Okay? Any other questions?
Dr. Kelly?
Yes.
Like Ms. Terry just said, not college classes, so maybe you could address how the high school classes start a little bit before the college one, giving them an opportunity.
Well, yes, but they would still have to have them before.
For enrollment.
For enrollment, because high school school classes start maybe 2 weeks before college, but in order for us to enroll them, in order for them to have a college schedule, they have to have those high school credits, okay? And I'm sorry, we have one of our other instructors, Ms. Smith, who is here, right here. She's one of our reading instructors. I'm sorry, I did not notice her, but that's Mrs. Smith. Yes, ma'am, Mrs. McIntosh.
I just meant that there was a transition period. Like,
Yes, ma'am.
It kind of makes it a little bit, like, not smack in the face.
Right. So your student gets accepted and your student has all college courses. They don't start on August 1st. They start the first day that the college courses begin, which is 2 weeks after August 1st.
And simultaneously end, usually a little bit earlier than the high school.
Yes.
Calendar.
Absolutely. So they end earlier than the high school calendar does. Yes, sir, right here.
For the essay that we wrote, when do we get the email about?
March 31st. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Say what kind of class? I'm sorry. Say it again. Cambridge. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And if you email me, I can explain how that works. Okay? Yes, ma'am, right here.
Students have to write an essay to be accepted?
It's a part of the application. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, when is the essay due by?
When you submit that application, make sure it's included, please. Okay? Yes, ma'am, right here.
Do they have to graduate from high school on time, or can, so my son went here early on, so I wanna know if high school can be extended for more college.
We can no longer do that.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I just had you mentioned that if it's been a year since they applied, so if they're currently like in dual enrollment classes at Polk State, like this semester.
They're fine.
Then they wouldn't need to reapply.
No, ma'am.
Gotcha.
No, ma'am. Yes, sir.
So we may be a little bit early, she's in ninth grade now.
How many credits? 7 now?
Yeah, she's,
Email me,
okay,
please.
okay.
Think I have a solution for you. Yes, ma'am. And then right here.
What would be your recommendation, cause we live in Dundee and transportation
Woo.
would be a little difficult. What would be the closest place I can take her to be able to get on the city?
Email Miss Jones, T.A. Jones at polk.edu. And she, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So can you put the application websites back up, cause we did the one application to the gateway, but not the other one.
And the date is the 25th, right, the deadline?
Yes, ma'am. The initial one. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Great. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Back here.
If the application's already been submitted and the essay, what is the next step?
Just,
Emails or?
just wait for the email on the 31st. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Who should we talk to? She did step 1, we've had issues with step 2 and hadn't gotten a response to whatever email we emailed.
Email me.
You are?
M Downing dash, actually, don't even worry about the second part of my last name. Do mdowning at polk.edu and it'll get to me.
Okay.
Okay? Yes, ma'am?
I had a question, because we just started about coming here like the other day, but we didn't know nothing about the essay. When is it due and what is it about?
Have you already submitted that application?
No, because we actually just got.
Okay, so when you do this application, you'll see the essay prompt, and then you can submit it then. Okay? You're welcome. Any other questions? I'm sorry.
The collegiate program is only offered here as well, right?
Winter Haven campus, 2 on this campus.
Can you put the slide for the settings?
Yes, ma'am, I will. Okay, and before we go, we have a slide with a survey, and if you, That's it?
Yeah.
Right here. So if you take a picture of that for me, please, and complete that survey, we want to know how we can do better. There's always room for improvement. If you have any questions, feel free to email gateway@polk.edu, and we'll be sure to answer your questions. You're welcome. So, that concludes this, but if you have any questions and you'd like to speak to any of us, feel free to approach us. And you all have a great and safe evening.